The SEC is charging Kim Kardashian for her post on Instagram last year that endorsed a crypto asset sold by Ethereum Max without disclosing how much she was paid to promote it. The SEC says the Kardashian has agreed to settle that case, though, with the agency. The price tag, $1.26 million. She's cooperating with an ongoing investigation, and we're going to talk a lot more about this morning at 8 a.m. We're going to have the SEC's chair, Gary Gensler, in to talk about this in an exclusive interview about this case. There's been lots of questions about influencers who have used their platforms and posts to promote various cryptocurrencies, some that have disclosed them, some that have not. In this case, by the way, it appears that she did, interestingly, use the hashtag ad on her post.
That's what I was going to ask.
And so I think we're going to talk to Gary Gensler about what the distinctions are. She was paid, I believe, somewhere between about $250,000 to post that. She's paying, obviously, close to 5 times that in terms of a fine. And this seems to be one of the early cases. I imagine that both Gary Gensler is trying to make an example of her, given her prominence in this space. And we'll talk to him about that. And also, she's clearly settling on this case early to try to ameliorate what is a situation. Absolutely.
To get out of it. But my question is, I mean, if she tagged it hashtag ad, how is that different from what Matt Damon does when he's promoting? And
so this is fascinating, and we're going to have to talk to Gary Gensler about this.
He was paid for that.
My understanding of it is that in certain cases, at least according to the law as written, that, and this is the part that I don't understand, we should talk to Gary Gensler about it, in certain cases, you have to disclose how much you're being paid. And the question is why in other cases you would not.
Because I assume everything Kim Kardashian tweets about, she's either getting paid for or it's her line.
And then there's other examples, of course, where people don't disclose either anything or, in fact, they have an ownership stake in something.
Right.
And therefore, whether they're getting paid or not almost doesn't matter.
Well, you are. You're getting paid because anything that you buy goes back to you. I assume anything any of these social influencers come up with.
We could have a conversation about
they've got some money coming
Elon Musk promoting Dogecoin. He's an owner of Dogecoin. Is he being paid to promote it? No. But if by promoting it, if it goes up, he's a beneficiary. We're going to talk to all of this, or talk about all of this with Gary Gensler in the 8 o'clock hour. But
I couldn't call Kim Kardashian right now, but I think you could. Wasn't she at your DealBook conference?
She has been, and we've also talked to other Kardashians, as you know, on this broadcast.